Hello, my name is Bob Hess, and I am a professional actor and director and producer in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I also serve as a professor in the Department of Dance and Theater at the University of North Texas. I first met Noah when I was directing a production of Godspell at the university, and I really wanted to incorporate a multimedia element in the show. I had just been to Broadway and seen a ton of Broadway shows, and the addition of multimedia was just so common in the medium. It was just all over the place. So I wanted to add something in. At the front of the show, there's a very tricky musical number which people often cut from the show. And I decided I wanted to make a video of it. Um, and I went to Noah and said, here's what I'm thinking. And what he wound up delivering in this video exceeded my expectations to a degree you cannot imagine. I even sent the video to the actual creator of Godspell, that's Stephen Schwartz, because I had a friend that had worked with him and knew him very well. And Stephen Schwartz actually said, this is really something. This is amazing, because that is how wonderfully the element was put together. And this was when Noah was still at the university as a student in the media arts department. I have collaborated with Noah over many years across many different, very diverse projects. They have really done an extreme range, both from professional theater to also a corporate live industrial theater, crazy spoofs of movies that were done as part of corporate things and private school shows. And also, he actually filmed something that was entered in the Edinburgh Film Festival, a production that I did as part of the Edinburgh Film Festival streaming element. We asked Noah to film that, and his filming of it and his editing of it were just exceptional. So we have run this gamut of tons of different and very diverse projects. One thing I know, I always can count on Noah to do a superlative job and deliver a superlative result. No question. I will go back to him again and again because I know what I'm going to get, which is excellence. I repeatedly come back to Noah over and over again with every project I do because I know the result is always consistent and it's always excellent and it always exceeds any expectation I have going in. The suggestions he makes and the expertise he brings to it always makes the project more than I thought it ever could have been. So it is his consistency and that high standard that will keep me coming back anytime I have the chance. I absolutely love working with Noah. We have an amazing creative collaboration to the point where we almost finish each other's sentences sometimes. It's just uncanny, the working relationship we have. It's like a synergy working with him. He always has suggestions and ideas that I had not thought of at any point. And the product always winds up better than I thought it was going to be because of that. So there's a great relationship that you just don't get that a lot with someone. What is unique about working with Noah is when I'm working on projects, they are so unusual sometimes that I often have ideas in my head and I wonder, is it possible to make that happen? Can you recreate this scene in this movie with these corporate actors? Or can you actually do a spoof of Game of Thrones and actually make it look like an episode of Game of Thrones? And then I will go to Noah and he will come back to me with something that is like, oh yes, I have drones and I can create that. And he creates a shot and I look at the shot and I'm absolutely astounded at what he's able to do because he's just so creative. Furthermore, the client looks at it and is pretty much blown away at what is created and what has been realized. So he has an amazing gift of how to problem solve and how to figure out tricky situations and make them work really well. The project of which I am most proud that I worked on with Noah was a video that we did for the Dallas Museum of Art, an event called the Art Ball, an annual event that is held in the city, which features some of the most prominent, wealthy, and established and known citizens in this entire DFW Metroplex. It is a very big deal. It's an annual fundraiser that is done. And they wanted to do some sort of spoof or some sort of a video thing, and they came to me about it. And we wound up settling on a spoof video that was based on Downton Abbey. And the result of what we came up with. Noah was not able to actually be there when they screened it that night, and I wish he had been because the audience was absolutely captivated. I just had never seen anything like it. Someone in the audience had forwarded the video to someone in England, and the video actually wound up on the BBC website as an example of look at what the Americans are doing with Downton Abbey now. So I was very proud of that project. It was a major league grand slam success, and the client was just thrilled, as they should have been. It was really something else. What I've observed over all these years of collaborating with NOAA is just how much the industry has changed and how much the tools have changed. And NOAA has always been there right with all the tools in the corporate suite that he had, and the cameras and the equipment, his drones, everything that he's brought to it has been so current. He's just right on top of all the technology. And that is one thing I have seen and learned in working with him is just what the medium has done, how it has advanced, how so much more can be realized than could be realized when he and I first worked together years ago. So it keeps me up with technology and keeps me aware of just what the medium is capable of. To sum it all up, it's about artistry, it's about collaboration, it's about skills, and it is about creativity and connection. All of those things are my relationship with Noah and my working relationship with him over all these years. I will always go back to that relationship again every time I have a need there, and I could not recommend him more highly to anyone. You will get the result you are wanting, and it will exceed your expectations. 100% of the time, it always has mine.